We often define climatic change as the changes in the climate, but it is in our very own way of lifestyle. But now the question arises, how are these climatic changes caused? Well, this is due to the differential heating of our planet Earth. There are many natural phenomena that add up to this problem, but we humans play a very vital role in multiplying this. Well, how so? By increasing the number of greenhouse gases, which then cause the greenhouse effect. These gases are so thick that they do not allow the rays to pass through them, and that is why the rays keep bouncing within the atmosphere. But how are we concerned? How is this going to affect us? Well, very soon, our planet Earth is going to be a fireball because the temperatures will continue to rise. Because human induced warming is superimposed on a naturally variable climate. The temperature has not been and will not be uniform or smooth. There will be a change in the precipitation pattern as well. Some areas have had greater increase than the national average, and some have added huge decreases. There are huge number of unseasonal winter and spring precipitations that are occurring, and they are predicted much more in the future if we do not stop. There will be more number of droughts and heat waves because as the summer temperature will rise, there will be a reduction of soil moisture and resulting into these barren lands. These lands soon will be the places where we might have to live. One more horrifying effect that the sea levels will rise up to 1 to 8 feet by the year 2100. The global sea level has risen by about 8 inches since 1880. This is the result of added water from melting land ice. What are we going to do now? Every problem comes with a solution. We have the solutions around us naturally available. Number 1, restoring forests. Humans have cut down half the world's trees already. They breathe in carbon and store it safely away where it can't heat and affect the earth. We need to stop the large-scale deforestation caused by large-scale cattle ranching, palm oil plantations, and commercial timber. We need to bring these lands back to their natural state before it is too late. Whenever a forest is lost anywhere, people feel it everywhere. Number 2, protecting wildlife. Billions of animal populations have been killed. Since 1970, the global human population has doubled, but humans have destroyed 83% of other wild mammals. This is dire because animals are nature's first defenders. Animals like elephants spread the seeds of trees that can store the most amount of carbon. Every being maintains a balance when given a chance. Number 3, rebuilding coastal habitats. Up to 67% of mangroves, 35% of marshes, and 30% of seagrass have been lost. If we continue on this path, we will soon lose up to 40% more marshes and seagrass, and mangroves could be completely wiped out in just 100 years. Though only a tiny ribbon of land coastal habitats secure carbon, 40 times faster than the tropical forests. That's because they are storing carbon in the soil several meters deep. When the same coastal ecosystem is destroyed, the sediment layers below release the carbon from centuries past. Destroying coastal areas is the equivalent of as much as 19% of the emissions from tropical deforestation in the world. It is possible to get social progress even if your GDP is not so great. We are not slaves to our GDPs. If we prioritize the well being of people, then we can make a lot more progress than our GDP might expect. We just have to do things differently.
The world's living system have been undervalued and underfunded.
Climate change is no longer some far off problem. It is happening here, it is happening now.
The climate crisis has already been solved. We already have all the facts and solutions. All we have to do is to wake up and change.
Humanity should give attention to nature
as the forgotten solution.
There is no plan B because there is no planet B.
We are living on this planet as if we had another one to go to.